Well, hey, Snow, how you doing?
I'm good, MJ. How are you?
Good. Day after Christmas.
Yeah, it's over. Another Christmas under the belt.
How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was good to see my family.
Down in Phoenix?
Yeah.
I didn't do much of anything. Hung out with my kids a little bit in the morning, then just went home.
Was it? Is still fun though?
Yeah, the morning with the kids was good.
Cool.
You know, other than that, I'm not really big on holidays. You know, I
Yeah.
called my family in the afternoon and stuff like that. But you know, I kind of miss the Vermont Christmases.
Yeah.
Don't miss the Vermont weather because oh my God, was it cold there?
Right.
I mean, it's cold across the whole entire country except for us. I mean, we're kind of lucky. It's like 60-something degrees outside right now.
We're in the desert, though.
The rest of the country's freezing.
I know.
And that storm just messed up everything. Air travel and...
Yeah, people had to cancel their trips that were planned. One of my sister's friends got stuck, like they couldn't get back. They can't get back until, like, I think the 29th.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are they stuck?
Because, well, they're stuck in Puerto Vallarta. I'm like,
oh, well,
there
that's...
would be, like, worse places to be stuck, right?
Yeah.
So, but because I guess they're, once a plane flies, then it's like, it's then en route to go to a different location. Well, if it never leaves, it's never going to get there. So that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how the whole air flight stuff works, but...
Yeah, so we're kind of winging this one. God, technical difficulties again. My SD card took a crap just as we were about to turn this on. So we're recording over a phone, so it sounds a little weird. You know, that's the reason. But speaking of the cold weather, there's something to be said, and, we were going to start to get away from political rants and stuff like that, but kind of what just pissed me off was hearing about the migrants dropped off outside of Kamala Harris's house in D.C. You know,
where's the humanity in the people who think that this is funny?
Okay, let's just state the point. On Christmas Eve, the Christian governor of Texas bust these migrants who were already processed. They were processed, so they're not illegal immigrants. Mm-hmm. They're processed legally, dropping them off in front of Kamala Harris's house just for a stunt in T-shirts. Some were barefooted, flip-flops. Your intent is just to make a point. Your intent isn't anything other than that.
Yeah, he doesn't really care about the issues. And he's proving that he doesn't give a shit about other people. I mean, to drop them off in that kind of weather, wearing nothing but T-shirts and like flip-flops.
On Christmas Eve, okay? These are people who claim to be Christians.
I know. It's like, what would Jesus do? Oh, Jesus probably would have fed them, clothed them.
Yeah.
At
least they put Jesus up in a manger.
Right.
With hay and some sheep to keep him warm. And I get the whole immigration thing is an issue. It's a big issue when you see thousands of people outside on the streets, outside the shelters, and they're all over capacity. Mm-hmm. And we were talking, right before we turned this on about how the fact of, as far as I can know, is they're still using the same policies as the Trump administration did.
Right.
But don't you think like the issue could be like,
well, like
sending the message, open borders?
Yeah. What the idiots on the right don't get is those news channels are broadcasted in other countries. And I'm starting to think that they do it on purpose. Like they're trying to get people to come here so then they can blame it on the left. They can blame it on President Biden. Oh, it's like, and they're purposely out there saying, oh, there's open borders. Well, what do you think those folks are like? Oh, good. The borders are open now. We can go. It's time to go.
Yeah.
When they want to get the hell out of a country that's like overtaken by cartels.
And, that in, I don't know if it's defense of the right, because what they did, it was kind of appalling. These immigrants do tend to vote Democrat, but I don't think that the Democrats necessarily want this problem.
No, well, the Democrats they're for legal immigration anyways. They're not for, hey, everybody, come on over. They're not for that either,
I think the message would be, if I was to put the message out there, would be to stop coming for now. We're overcapacitated. We don't have the room. We can't take care of you.
Right. We don't have the open borders like the Republicans are screaming. Like it's like they'll do anything to try to make this presidency fail. They're trying everything because none of their other shit worked. They didn't get their red wave, because their policies are not popular by most of the majority of Americans.
What policy, though? Like inflation. What policy did they have?
No, I'm saying like their policy of overturning Roe versus Wade. It's not even popular with their own people, Taking away women's rights. That was a huge one. They're finding, they thought that it was going to be okay. Like they thought that was, or why wouldn't they have said to the Supreme Court, hey, it might not be a good idea to do this. Because, they all have those parties or whatnot. They just talked about one where Kavanaugh was invited to hang out with all these fucking legislatures and at some party. Like he's hanging out with like Matt Gaetz and a bunch of the other loons.
So, and just so people don't get us wrong, we do realize that immigration is an issue. I would really wish that it would get curtailed because these people have nowhere to go. But these immigrations are processed legally. The ones that are processed legally, they are doing the jobs that us as Americans, United States, U.S. citizens, will not do because we're too entitled to do those jobs.
Right, and that's part of the inflation problem. That's why a lot of the food is higher priced because they don't have enough workers on the farm. The farmers are screaming about how they need workers. So they need the legal immigration to happen,
Yeah.
Because they need people to work on the farms or else they can't get their crops taken care of.
I don't know. It's just news media should be held accountable for these things.
Especially when they know that they're aired in tons of other countries. Everybody sees American news. Anytime I've been to another country, they always have, and I always go, oh, barf, they have Fox News here? I'm always like, oh, why would anyone want to watch this? I'm like, and it must just be for the American tourists.
Oh, I wonder why they would want to come here, though, seeing how divided we are. Like, I had people posting on Christmas. They thought, hey, my Christmas message I want to put up there is a picture of Joe Biden in a Christmas hat saying Happy Easter. Because Joe Biden makes gaffes in his speech because he has a stuttering problem.
Right. And just to say to them, hey, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck Kofifi is. So for them to act like Trump never said anything stupid as a president. He said stupid shit every day.
Yeah.
And so what's his excuse? Could you that's what I want to know. Because he doesn't have a stuttering problem, right? What is his excuse?
Could you imagine, though, is like... Again, I didn't like Trump, obviously.
Right.
But the last thing I would want to do on Christmas is put out a Christmas message with something that said "fuck Trump" on it, because it doesn't live in my head like that.
Right, and it's like some of these people have turned. They're even worse than like being all about their favorite sports team and rooting for their favorite team. They're even worse when it comes to politics. Because, yeah, if you have to include politics in a simple Merry Christmas message,
yeah,
what is wrong? What's wrong with your life?
Dude,
you got nothing else going on?
NASCAR put out a tweet right before the holidays and said "Happy Holidays" from NASCAR.
They didn't say Merry Christmas.
They did it, and it was Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas. No, it's Happy Hanukkah. It's Kwanzaa. Happy Holidays
covers all the holidays, including New Year's. Some people say that because they don't want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. You know, for the people who only celebrate.
But can you imagine? Like, obviously, I saw the Happy Holidays. I didn't think twice about it. Because it doesn't live in my head. I didn't think anything. Oh, Happy Holidays. Hey, Happy Holidays, NASCAR. Whatever.
Yeah, or what's wrong with season's greetings? This is the season of...
Greeting. Of being nice.
Of many different holidays happening, too.
Yeah. Well, and I don't put out political messages around the holidays either, just because it's like, it's a time to be, all warm and fuzzy and united and,
Right.
Love your neighbor, and everybody's nice, but everybody is a little bit nicer to each other around this time of year,
right?
But
I don't put out. I'm just so glad I'm not on Facebook anymore. I mean, so I don't have to see this shit.
Sometimes it's entertaining though.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I don't know.
It's just so stupid.
Pull up because I'm doing this on my phone. Pull up our wonderful 45's Christmas message yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the Trump spreads holiday jeers with True Social rant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how he's sitting there saying, so he has names for all of it. Like the radical left Marxists. That's what the left is referred to as now. The Department of Injustice. Because what? Because they're going after you for laws that you broke?
Right. And you cause an insurrection.
And the mainstream media. It's like, what? He talks like a fucking 12-year-old. Like, oh, those are real good comebacks you came up with, sir. Wow, you're such a winner. So here, I'll read this is his, I guess it's not a tweet, it's a Truth Social post.
Yeah.
So, Merry Christmas.
Can you do it in the voice?
Oh, okay, let me try. Merry Christmas to everyone. Everyone's in all caps. Including the radical left Marxists that are trying to destroy our country. The Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm surprised they didn't come up with a catchy name for the FBI. That is illegally coercing and paying social and mainstream media to push for a mentally disabled Democrat over the brilliant, clairvoyant, and USA-loving Donald J. Trump. And, of course, the Department of Injustice, which appointed a special prosecutor who, together with his wife and family, hates Trump more than any other person on earth. Love to all.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What a baby. What a baby. I wanted to puke reading that. Especially because I was doing it in the Trump voice, too.
Okay, I get it. We're making fun of him, though. We are making fun of him. But,
But that is his actual post.
Yeah.
I mean, minus the parts that were mine that I added, I did in my own voice for everyone. So you know that. Just to clarify. But everything that I did in Trump voice, that is what he typed with his tiny little orange thumbs.
Do you think he really writes this stuff himself? Yeah, no, obviously.
Yeah, because
who could write that for him?
How did we get Kofifi? He's the one that tweeted out Kofifi.
Yeah.
So, and the other idiotic things that he put.
Then, I mean, he went on and you know, there was many other posts.
Yeah. Yeah, because then it says he added more. Do you want me to read that one?
Yeah.
Oops, I had a burp. Okay. On this very cold but beautiful Christmas day, look at our nation now on the southern border, compared to only a short time ago during the Trump administration. We had the most secure border in our history versus the horror show that is happening now, with record-setting numbers of people, many of them hardened criminals, including killers, human traffickers, and drug dealers, pouring into our country at a rate the likes of which we have never seen before. The USA is dying from within.
Is it?
That's what this is what he tweeted.
Is it really? That's just a nice positive Christmas message to put out there.
The only rot from within would be his Trump uppers, right?
Yeah.
Or dying from within. Who's the one that attacked their own capital? Huh? Oh.
God.
Oh.
And 2 years ago that happened, and there's still no charges brought up.
Yeah, and he goes on and on. There's more shit, too. Do you want me to continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Just 2 years ago, we were energy independent, had almost zero inflation. There was no war with Russia and Ukraine. In parentheses, never would have happened. ISIS was defeated. Our military was rebuilt and respected before the disaster of Afghanistan. That's in parentheses too. Our border was strong. The economy was great. The China virus was in retreat. This is more parentheses. Operation Warp Speed was considered a modern-day miracle. And we weren't the laughingstock of the world.
Okay, so with that Operation Warp Speed was successful, then how come we still have COVID going on? Because certain supporters do not believe in masks and vaccines. If you don't want to get the vaccine, fine. You know, mask, yeah, I get it, whatever, you don't want to wear a mask. But this just spreads shit around.
I had a question, too, about COVID. So now that we have the vaccines and all that, are they still treating people with COVID and not charging them, or are they making them pay for it now?
I think they're not charging.
Oh, okay.
Because
I didn't know if they were starting to charge since...
You can still get tests from the government, and they're not charging for the boosters.
Right. Well, they don't charge for the flu ones either. I didn't think they were ever going to charge for the vaccines. But I just meant if people get severely sick because they don't want to... I'm talking the folks who don't want to get vaccinated, don't want to take any other precautions, and then they end up in the hospital. Because people are still dying from COVID. Yeah. I mean, so I'm wondering, like, if the medical community finds out that a person has done nothing to help defend themselves from this, I was wondering if they still cover their medical expenses or not.
Yeah. So I didn't really prepare for our normal year-end episode as much as I should have this weekend. I had no good excuse, but equipment's not working. But let's talk about some of the people that we did lose this year. And we'll start in January. Sidney Poitier.
Oh, yeah, I remember when that happened. Sidney Poitier.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf?
He was an anti-vaxxer.
I know. What did he die from?
COVID.
COVID?
Yeah.
Maybe he should have got that vaccine.
He would do anything for love, but he wouldn't do that.
That's what he wouldn't do. I was always trying to figure it out. What is it that you wouldn't do?
He wouldn't get vaccinated.
Yeah. Couldn't be bothered.
Yeah. Ronnie Spector.
Oh, is he related to Phil Spector?
That was his wife, Ronnie. You know the Eddie Money song, "Take Me Home Tonight," and she was one. Be my love, baby.
Oh, okay.
Bob Saget.
Oh, I remember. That was sad.
Yeah, I met Bob Saget. He was a really nice guy.
Yeah, because he was only like in his 50s, right? Upper 50s or 60s?
Yeah.
He wasn't that old.
Louis Anderson.
Yeah, remember that one too. Another comedian.
Yeah. Woodstock co-creator Michael Lang.
Oh. From the first Woodstock?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, he did all three.
Oh, okay.
We need to do our Woodstock episode here pretty soon. We got stories about Woodstock. Let's see here. Who else did we lose this year? Screaming Trees frontman Michael Langston. Oh. I had forgotten about that one. And in March, this one hit me the hardest. Taylor Hawkins, drummer of the Foo Fighters.
Oh, yeah. That was sad.
Yeah.
He's really young.
Yeah. He had like an enlarged heart. And then mixing certain drugs. But Foo Fighters, one of my favorite bands. I know you're not into them as much as I am.
Yeah.
But
I like Dave Grohl, though. I mean, and I like Taylor Hawkins. I like everyone in the band.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that tribute concert that they did, I don't know if you saw the video of it, where his son was playing My Hero with the Foo Fighters. Just so emotional.
Yeah, I think you showed it to me, or sent it to me.
William Hurt, the actor from The Big Chill.
What? Yeah. I didn't know he died.
Yeah, this was in March.
Oh. I really liked him as an actor.
Yep, so let's see here. April, we're up to April now. You don't know that person, would know that person. Seinfeld actress Liz Sarandon, don't know who that is. Comedian Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, I always liked Gilbert.
I know, I like
Affleck.
His annoying voice is funny.
Yeah. Dude, and then get to May, Ray Liotta.
I know, that one was shocking too. I'm like, Ray Liotta, he's too young to die.
Goodfellas, one of my favorite movies. Like right up there with Jaws is one of my two favorite movies of all time. I could watch that time and time again.
Jaws?
Goodfellas. Goodfellas and Jaws.
I know, but
they're very quotable movies.
Okay.
Ray Liotta is the one that came up with the Karen. What are you doing, Karen? Let's see here. Keyboardist Andy Fletcher from Depeche Mode.
Oh.
Podcaster and campaigner Dame Deborah James. Don't know who that is, but a fellow podcaster passing away.
And she was English if she's...
Dame.
She got damed.
U.S. rapper Trouble, who collaborated with artists like Drake and The Weeknd. Don't know him.
Yeah, don't know.
Don't know him. Bon Jovi drummer Alec John Such.
Oh. I didn't know Bon Jovi lost somebody.
Yeah. Well, he was out of the band since the 90s.
Oh.
July, James Caan.
Oh, yeah.
Great actor.
Yeah.
Godfather.
He was in a lot of good stuff.
Misery.
Oh, yeah. That was... Boy, I felt really sorry for him in Misery.
Christmas classic Elf.
When she hobbled him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ivana Trump.
Oh, yeah. Don't
mysteriously fell down the stairs.
And she's resting forever in,
on a golf course.
No worries.
Yeah. I wonder what's buried in there.
With her.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any top secret documents or anything like that.
Yeah, but then wouldn't he have to dig her up later if he wanted to get to him?
Well, you would have Eric or Don Trader do it.
Oh, God. Go dig up your mother. Here's some shovels.
Nichelle Nichols, who played Uhura on Star Trek.
Okay. Yeah, Star Trek. Okay.
And a little known fact, that was the first interracial kiss on TV.
I did know that.
Right? Star Trek breaking boundaries. Oh, was the first interracial kiss, though, was it Uhura or Kirk, or when he kissed the blue alien?
No, it was Uhura and Kirk. Yeah.
Oh, I forget, but, Kirk was a dog. He was just all over everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, so another Goodfellas actor, Paul Sorvino.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mira Sorvino's dad.
Up and then August, Olivia Newton-John.
Oh.
That was a rough one too.
I know. I loved Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, she struggled with cancer for
Rizzo,
years.
are you making fun of me?
Mikhail Gorbachev. Back when Russian leaders used to be sane.
I know. God. I wonder what he thought of Putin.
Oh, I don't think he thought very highly. But Gorbachev was one that I was kind of like, wait, he was still alive?
Oh, I know. I thought he had died a while ago.
Dude, Anne Heche.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids.
She struggled on and off with drugs.
Magnum PI actor Roger Mosley. I didn't realize he died. Country star Luke Bell. Didn't know he died.
Bell? Wouldn't he have been kind of young? Well, maybe like...
No, Luke Bryan would be young. Luke Bell is...
okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, that guy's kind of young.
Queen Elizabeth II.
We all remember that one, right?
Right.
That was like broadcast for weeks.
And she outlived Betty White, who we lost at the very end of last year.
I know.
Let's see here. Coolio.
Oh, yeah, that was
Gangsta's
sad.
Paradise.
That was sad.
Yeah, he was young, too.
I know.
59. Louise Fletcher from One That Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
She played Nurse Ratched?
Nurse Ratched, yeah. I don't think I've seen that movie all the way through.
Really?
Yeah, I should.
Yeah. It's a pretty good movie.
Angela Lansbury.
Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah. Let's see here. See, we're not prepared. We're just winging it. Okay.
I think Angela Lansbury was a dame, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was. So was Olivia Newton-John.
Oh.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Now, Jerry Lee Lewis, he's kind of a sketchy one, though.
Yeah.
I mean, respect what he did for rock music.
He had good songs.
He was not a good person.
Great Balls of Fire.
And he's another one that, he turned to gospel music once all the shit started coming out about him.
I found Jesus.
Found Jesus. They always find Jesus when something goes shit.
Yeah, when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Will and Grace star Leslie Jordan. That was a sad one.
Who was she?
No, it's he.
Oh,
older actor.
Is he the one that would wear like the suits, but like with loud colored shirts?
I think so.
And he talked like kind of in a higher pitched voice.
I believe that is who it was.
Okay.
Let's see.
That's right.
Loretta Lynn.
Oh yeah, that was
Coal miner's daughter.
Miner's daughter.
Yeah. I don't think we even said this on the podcast, but Christine McVie from the Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yeah, that one was recently, right?
Yeah, November.
Yeah.
I saw Fleetwood Mac. It's a good show. I'm not a big, huge Fleetwood Mac friend, but one of my friends said, "Hey, I got an extra ticket to Fleetwood Mac. You want to go?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I like
that was
Fleetwood
that
Mac.
was a damn good show.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good songs.
And Christine McVie, she's actually sang most of the hit songs, rather than
Stevie
Nicks. And most recently, we had Kirstie Alley from Cheers.
Wow.
Didn't know about that one?
No.
Oh.
That's sad.
Yeah.
She wasn't that old either,
Kirstie
was she?
70, 72.
Oh. Okay.
But she had just found out she had cancer.
Oh.
And she waited too long to get diagnosed, and by the time she got diagnosed, it was too late.
Oh.
So, just rest in peace to all those people that we've lost this year. It's kind of, you know, it's like the age gap is getting closer to where we are. You start seeing all these people, you know, like, oh yeah. You know, it used to be like you'd have like 2 or 3 celebrity deaths a year, you know, and now it's going, oh shit, now there's like one every week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a part of life though. We all gotta die.
True. How does it, okay? Although, how do you have, Taylor Hawkins, who's in the prime of his life. Granted, he had heart issues and stuff like that and should have been done with drugs. But he gets out there and performs 3-hour shows, just wailing away on the drums every night. But Trump can feed himself with Big Macs and fried chicken.
Slathered in ketchup.
Yes, and he just
so
keeps
much ketchup
going.
It gets all over the walls.
Just keeps going. I'm not saying I wish death upon Mr. Trump or anything like that, but it's just not fair. How come it's just the good people, the really good people that always get it? Roger Stone, he's still kicking.
Yeah, Billy Joel sang it though, you know, only the good die young.
Like Kim Jong-il
I know.
in
I
North
don't know
Korea.
why it doesn't ever happen to like horrible people, you know.
I know Putin.
I know.
Did you hear that?
He did shit his pants though. Remember that?
Yeah, because he fell down the stairs and shit his pants.
So maybe he's like, deteriorating.
Yeah, well, not in good shape. And did you see this Zelensky came over to address Congress?
Yeah, that was cool.
That guy's a rock star.
I know, he's awesome.
And last year, and I don't know, even though we get seasonal depression and stuff like that, God, thank God we're not living in Ukraine.
Oh, I know.
Shit.
Terrible.
Sure. So on that note, if you can't tell, we're just trying to wing it, kill time. But, thanks for listening to the podcast. We'll correct these technical issues and be back early in the new year. Probably on, I think January 1st will be our next one. If
Probably.
Yeah. Because the 1st is Sunday night.
Yeah.
Any plans for New Year's?
Not yet.
I don't have any either. Although I will have to say, I'm thankful for my friends here because on Christmas Eve, I wasn't feeling very Christmassy. I went to go see Avatar 2 with the kids.
Oh, how was it?
It was good. Visually Stunning movie. Haven't seen anything like that. I should have seen it
The
like in
first one was
IMAX.
beautiful.
I should have seen it in IMAX 3D though.
I know. That's like, I kept thinking that if I'm going to go to it, like, I would want to go see it in IMAX.
Yeah, just because I saw it here, in just standard format on a flat screen, and I was still like, wow, look at that. But yeah, if it was 3D, it would have been phenomenal. And I wonder why they don't go after James Cameron for being too woke, because that was a really environmental messages in those movies.
So was the first one.
Yeah.
Like, the first one was...
I wonder if that's above their heads, that they don't realize it's a really woke movie.
I don't think they get it. So I think he does a very good job of being subtle, subtle to them.
Yeah.
Like, we get it, but... I mean, because I got the message from the first one.
Yeah, you come to think about it, it's about climate change, okay, because we ruin Earth and we have to go to another company. The military-industrial complex.
Which, ironically, Eisenhower warned against.
Yeah.
A Republican.
The using up the resources of a planet to the point where you destroy a planet, and an interracial couple. How come they don't call out James Cameron for being too woke?
Because they don't get it. Not unless Fox News tells them that the movie's woke, will they understand.
Right. But then they say Top Gun Maverick, which was an awesome movie. Awesome. One of Tom Cruise's best movies ever.
I'll have to watch it.
But they said it's a not woke movie. It was like but
I haven't seen it, so I don't know yet.
Well, it's because, we go up and we blow up shit in some foreign country.
Well, they probably dig that, they're like, oh, it's so awesome. There was all these fighter jets and blah, blah, blah.
Explosions.
And that's all they need. That's all you need to make them happy.
Right.
Like,
But it's a diverse group of pilots in that movie. You have Maverick and Goose's son.
Have you ever seen Birdman with Michael Keaton?
No.
Oh, you'll have to watch that. I have it. You'll have to watch it because he talks about that. What do you need? Explosions and in movies and whatnot, and it starts showing them like you get like trying to make the point that the audience needs to be more engaged. That's what it's for your interpretation too. Not just, why do you have to be told how to feel from the movie or told,
Right.
You've got to have the explosions and whatnot and the action scenes to make you think it's a good movie. It's like, not that action movies aren't good. They're my least favorite genre just because they all end the same way. The hero saves the day. I'm like, I already know how this is going to end before I even start the movie.
Yeah, there's no way Maverick's not going to save the day in the end.
I know. There's no way. Any of them. There's no way Spider-Man's not going to save that. There's no way Batman's not going to save it.
Don't diss on the Marvel movies, though.
But I'm just saying, there's no way that the hero is not going to save the day. So, yes, I've still watched the Marvel movies too, but I still know how they're going to end.
And you know what's another good movie? Then because it's the holidays, I thought it was going to suck, but it ended up being, I'm not going to say a great movie, but it ended up being okay. A Christmas Story.
I have to finish watching the rest of it.
Yeah, I thought it was did a decent job. Where Ralphie is now the man of the house, and trying to put on the best Christmas for his kids.
Yeah, I watched that when I was at my family's house because one of the networks plays it on loop all day. They only play A Christmas Story all day out of all the Christmas movies. I'm like, why wouldn't you throw a Home Alone in there? Like, I love Home Alone.
Well, I was listening to Bill Burr's podcast, and he said why, because he was talking to Peter Billingsley because they're buddies. They worked on F is for Family together.
Okay.
And Peter Billingsley is said they do it like that rather than show it like every day right before Christmas. Mm-hmm. They show it for 24 hours because the residual check, if you play it twice in one day, you only have to pay for that one airing.
Oh, okay. So they do it to save money. Okay.
Yeah. And I didn't watch because I was watching that boring ass Buccaneers and Cardinals game, which was so boring I fell asleep afterwards.
I fell asleep before I found out who actually won. I fell asleep in the overtime.
Yeah, the plan was I was going to finish. I was going to finish football, and then I was going to turn on the Christmas Story and fall asleep to that. Yeah. But nope, that game put me.
Was boring. It was so. I was like, just one of you. I was kind of rooting for both of them, and I'm like, maybe they'll get a touchdown.
Just get it over with.
I picked the Bucs, which because I thought they were gonna clobber the Cardinals. The Cardinals haven't been very, very good this year at all. It's like, what the hell is going on with Tom Brady? Maybe Giselle is right. Maybe he should have retired.
The other thing, getting back to what we were talking about earlier, that was a perfect way to bring this all back, is how Trump can say those things on Christmas, and he doesn't lose his supporters no matter what. And on that note, I don't want to hear you say shit about inflation if you paid $99 for a digital trading card. If you have that kind of disposable income, you can afford gas.
Worried about inflation. Yeah. It's like, well, the people who continue to still love Trump after all the shit he says, it's because those are the people who are even dumber than he is. I mean, it's the only reason why.
But on that note, is you can still criticize. There were times Obama did things that I didn't necessarily like and stuff like that, and I would be able to say it. And it's like the Patriots have played like shit for the last 2 weeks, and I can say that. I can criticize my team and not like the direction they're going in, but still be a supporter.
Right. But they're in a cult, so they're gonna do whatever their cult leader tells them. It's like look at the cults. Okay, look at cult leaders that we've had. Like what's his face, David Koresh. Yeah. They did whatever he said, even when it was like, look, we're gonna get into a big shootout here. And I'm not saying, I don't want to get into the whole thing because I'm not saying what happened was necessarily right either. There was wrongness on both sides of that. Because if he really gave a shit about the women and children, he would have insisted that they get out instead of burning in there.
And to the point, the U.S. government didn't really have to set the place on fire.
Right, and that too. But, there's also, did they really set it on fire, or was it set on fire from within? I mean, there's never really been a definite answer on that either. That's a whole...
Right, like they were closing in, and did he set the place on fire to become a martyr?
Right. I mean, nobody really knows exactly what happened. Yeah, so there was wrong stuff on both sides. I mean, I'm not saying that the government should have even started shooting when they knew that there were women and children in there too.
Yeah.
So it's like there was wrong stuff on both sides. But I'm saying, as far as his supporters went, they went right along with it. I mean, some of them left, but some of them actually did get out when he told them that they could get out.
Well, it was like the other one where everybody drinking the Kool-Aid.
Right. Yeah. They all went along with it. Yeah. The guy that had them drink the Kool-Aid, all of them drink it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the one that they wore the specific outfits, like the Nike shoes and the black sweatsuits. Yeah. And they thought they were going to heaven or whatnot, Heaven's Gate or something like that. They're in a cult. They're going to do whatever their leader tells them.
It's crazy what people believe. All right, so on that note, I guess we'll wrap this one up, and we will see you in the new year.
Bye, y'all. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Happy holidays. Bye.
See